Well, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Dawg House Podcast with your host, JayRod and
JDawg.
A lot to talk about.
Yes.
I've been away for 3 weeks.
Was it exactly 3 weeks?
It might have been
A little more?
probably a little bit more than 3
Damn.
weeks. Yeah, I've been to 6 countries while in Europe.
Switzerland, Italy.
Switzerland, Italy, San Marino, the Vatican. Vatican City is technically a country. Wales, and then I guess the United Kingdom is a country. So 6.
You're asking the wrong person. I'm
6.
I'm just gonna believe you because I don't know.
Yeah, so six countries. I guess it's gonna be heavy.
It's gonna be a lot
into this trip. Yeah, a lot of me yapping.
Yeah, a lot of you yapping today. That's okay.
I guess we'll start at the beginning of the trip. I was fighting for Polaris.
That's right.
At the very beginning. So I think I flew there. It was like 11 hours travel. Fucking 2-hour taxi to the place. Straight from there. Taxi.
No Uber.
It's hard to find Ubers and stuff. And London was a bit easier, I think. But yeah, mainly taxis in Europe.
Taxis.
Competed for Polaris. I ended up losing my match. So I guess we'll quickly go over this. Did you get to watch it?
Yes.
So what'd you think?
I think you won.
He's not biased, guys.
Yeah. I think you won. I don't want to sound like I'm being biased, but I think you won, obviously. So you just had a few submission attempts from the back, like takedowns, and just I don't know. It was a pretty bad look on them, to be honest. To give it to the other guy. The other guy was good. He was good. Yeah. But it was like, I don't know. A lot of people thought you won as well, so it was a little weird.
Yeah. So
what was the rule set of that?
So that's the thing.
That could have been something I didn't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I also didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't realize until after the event where they were talking about how essentially they split it into, if it's a 10-minute match, they split it into 3 quadrants. So kind of like how they have the judge's favor for who's number 1. But it'll be like judge's favor. And if he wins, gets the judge's favor for those first 2 rounds. It's no matter if he scraped edged by getting that judge's decision, but then gets fucking pummeled in the last round. He still has those 2 first rounds. So I think essentially that's how the judges are scoring it for him. Which his name was Muhammad something. He was pretty good. He's super big guy. They asked me to fight at 205, and I was like, I'm walking around at 185 pounds.
205?
Yeah. And I was like, I don't think that's, I don't know. And then we ended up fighting at 195, which is like, it's definitely different, but the guy's still fucking massive.
Yeah.
And it's day before weigh-ins, so it's like, how much is that really affecting? But regardless, fight the guy. He had a tough guard, and eventually he threatened I think maybe he attempted like a decent sweep and tried to wrestle up or something, and ended up on standing rear body lock and tried to get hooks in and fell off. So that was like the main sequence from him. And then from me, I forget what the sequence was. I think I was trying to pass his guard. He turtled, and then I took his back. Full body triangle, both hooks, whatnot. I take his back, and then I'm just trying, I'm trapping arms. I'm looking for the, just constantly looking for the neck, throwing up rear naked choke attempts, pretty much.
There was one choke you had that was fully locked in, like squeezing across the face.
Yeah.
And I know what that feels like from you. And I was like, motherfucker, dude, that dude's face
pretty
must hurt.
Yeah.
I feel that I'm having my jaw break today.
Yeah. I had blood all over my forearms from trying to choke him and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
He just eating it.
Yeah, just ate it. Yeah. He had blood all over his face doing the interview and shit. But
sounds like a good time for both of y'all.
But he ended up getting the win. And then they yeah, I mean, they just gave it to him. I thought it was weird.
Did they say anything to you afterwards? Did they talk to you? Nothing?
No, nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
They're just like, all right, thanks for coming. Yeah, I was like, we fucked you, but
all right, cool.
Thank you.
But I didn't really let that affect me because I felt like I had a good performance.
Yeah.
So it was like,
it was a good performance. It was a fun looking match too.
Yeah.
For like spectators, it was active and good match.
I did the best I could. But regardless, I hope if you guys watched, I hope you guys enjoyed. And with that being said, immediately after seminars, straight to seminars.
Did you have seminars in UK after that match?
All over the UK.
All over the UK, okay.
Yeah. So I was all over the UK. So every day I would take a train straight to fucking somewhere.
The trains, all the seminars in UK?
Trains everywhere. Wow. Everywhere.
But that was kind of cool, but hectic at the same time.
Hectic, and like these people are like they have it depends on where you are. Their English, like some of their accents are super fucking like in Wales and Liverpool. Everyone in Wales, you can't fucking understand them.
Really?
Like London, they have like almost like a proper like English, like typical what you would assume.
Yeah.
And then you get to Wales, and it's just like these people are like they're like the hillbillies of fucking the UK. You can't understand a thing.
So you're trying to get around, and you can't even ask for help.
I'm like, I know the guys like, or they're like, there's a few guys that would help me around. You know, they're like, oh yeah, like let me pick you up from the train station. I'll take you to your hotel, whatever. Super helpful.
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone's help. But with that being said, it was hard to understand quite a few of the guys, specifically in Wales and Liverpool. But it was all a good time. I ended up doing 7 seminars total.
Oof. Wow.
7 seminars. I had my biggest seminar in San Marino.
Biggest on this trip or ever?
Biggest ever.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had 75 students come.
Fuck.
And
I saw some of the pictures and I was like, damn, that's a crowd.
I was proud of that one.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah. Good advertising and whatnot.
How'd you feel when like you walked in and they like saw the amount of people there?
Were you
nervous at all? Like, oh shit.
Nah, not nervous. I walked in. I walked in with the guys. They were showing me around right before. Essentially, I'll circle back to this, but I walk in and immediately everyone's like looking and whatnot. It's like you're used to it.
Yeah.
But this time everyone just started clapping.
Oh, really?
I'm like walking to get changed, and everyone's just like,
yeah, should we clap? You're just like, yes, thank you. Finally, someone treats me the way I deserve.
But yeah, I mean, everyone was cool. Everyone was very, very cool. It was a good time. My teaching has gotten a lot better, specifically through this trip, but also just like throughout this entire year.
That's true. A lot of experience teaching this, just in this trip alone.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
And then I guess we'll go over some of the significant things because I don't just want to skip over because all the places that I went to, I wanted to like experience what it was like, or like some of the like things to do there.
Yeah, let's jump into your first location. What, UK? Yeah. Like what was UK. That like?
Yeah,
what'd you see?
I was in the UK competing. I'm competing, so I'm not focused on experience or anything. I'm focused on competition. So with that being said, and in my downtime, I stood in the hotel, either sleeping or reading the Bible. So that was a good time. I learned that I didn't get to read too much because it was pretty much only those days. I was only there for like 3 or 4 days until I was competing. But people were like living for like 900 years, shit like that.
Yes, that's
yeah.
It's metaphorically, because technically those numbers, that when I first read it too, I was like, 800 years? Yeah, this process feels really fucking us, dude.
It's like 200 or 2 pages, and I was like, I wonder what Josh would say about this.
Yes, so I've looked into that, and it's not to get too far off topic, but it's like something to do with like Latin numbers. That like 800 on like the Latin number chart.
Latin or ancient Greek?
It's like either ancient Greek, Hebrew, or Latin.
Okay.
Within that number chart, it's like those like 800 means like 80, 700 means like 70.
Okay.
So it's like
skewed a bit.
Yeah, okay, it's like the based off something different.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah. So sorry to get your. I know you got your hopes up, but you're not living that long. Damn, I keep reading this book.
Yeah. So spend the time reading the Bible, whatever. Then I compete, and then I'm straight off to Cardiff, BJJ over in Wales. That was maybe a 3-hour train ride. Beautiful. All the train rides are fucking sick.
I bet,
it was a good time. And it was all alone, so I liked doing it. I really liked doing it all alone.
Yeah, I bet. If you just looking out the window for 3 hours, it's like fuck, dude.
Yeah, and it's like you get the train tickets, and but you just sit wherever pretty much.
Was there like a table and stuff?
Some of them had tables. Some of them were just like it varied.
Yeah.
And I like this about the UK. No one gave a fuck about where you sat. There's assigned seats to the ticket that you buy, but it's like everyone sits wherever the fuck, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Then you go to Italy, and you got all these tourist people, and fucking everyone's kind of like stuck up a little bit, and they're like, "This is my seat." So it's like that was the one thing I didn't like about Italy.
Really, a lot of tourists.
Oh, tourists everywhere. Yeah.
Wow.
San Marino was pretty chill, but yeah, Italy, like Rome, Naples, specifically Rome.
And in the UK, did you get to experience different like classes throughout the city, like a rich area, a poor area? Like, did you notice that at all? No, that all seemed like kind of the same type of like status as far as money and class.
I feel like relatively, maybe in Cardiff, I there's a little bit more like maybe a little. I don't know.
No.
I think it's all relatively the same.
Oh, okay. I've always been interested in that. Just like, did you see homeless?
Rarely. No, I don't think I saw any homeless in the UK.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't spend much time in London. But oh yeah, fuck, so much to talk about. Okay. So Cardiff, do a seminar over there. Next day, Cardiff was the day after I compete. So day after I compete, boom, Cardiff 2-hour train ride. Then next day after Cardiff, I go down to Plymouth. I do a podcast and I teach a seminar on the same day. Next morning, I take another train, 5 or 6 hour train ride all the way up north to Liverpool. I do another seminar, and then I finally get an extra day to rest there. So I stood in Liverpool for 2 days, trained with them an extra day, and then head straight over to London, which is another maybe 3 hours or something. To London, and then I get to chill there for 2 days as well. All of these places were ridiculously small, except for the place that in Liverpool that I stood, because Harry, the guy that I was teaching at his gym, he bought me a fucking hotel room, which thank God for that, man, because yeah, it's a fucking savior. All of the hotel rooms were so small. None of them have air conditioning.
Really?
Yeah, and it's always cold and raining there, so they don't really need like air conditioning like that.
Oh, in London?
It's all over the UK.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, dude, I saw the sun maybe twice. I was there for over a week and a half, and I saw the sun like twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's depressing.
What I meant to say is that sucks.
Yeah. Liverpool, then I head to London, and I have the day I head to London, I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do tomorrow? Because I kind of have a free day. And then I have a seminar the day after that. So on that free day, I'm like, I guess I'll go to Stonehenge.
Okay. Yeah, we were discussing this at practice. Where is Stonehenge?
It's like 3 hours from London. 3 hour.
So it's not in Switzerland.
No.
Okay, Ethan, you were wrong.
Yeah, it's in the UK.
I can't remember. I think I might have said Switzerland, and Ethan said it was in the UK. I think. Regardless, one of us was wrong. Okay, so it's in the UK.
Yeah, so it's in the UK. It's about like a 3 hour drive from London, and I was like looking at through this app, and it's like, oh, you could buy tickets to like for like a bus ride that'll take you straight to like almost like a tour guide, but it's not like a tour. They just take you there.
Yeah.
You look at it and you go back.
Yeah.
Which I was like, It's not like there's not much to see. It's just a bunch of fucking rocks.
Yeah.
But I gave myself the goal of visiting all of the kind of wonders of the world. And they say there's 7. It's kind of bullshit.
There's 25. I'm kidding.
It depends. So like there's like modern and then there's
ancient.
Like ancient.
Well, they don't consider Stonehenge as one of the.
Well,
they don't consider it one of the.
They don't. Yeah.
Which is.
I do.
Same. That's what I said. I was like, no, that's one of them.
Yeah,
like,
fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I do. The thing with the wonders of the world, like that label, like for like a country like Italy, imagine having a wonder of the world in your country, attracting all of these tourists. So it's like, okay, when it was supposed to be like a by vote thing, and then like imagine how many people were like kind of paying off or whatever, like just in order to attract more tourists. So I think that's what's going on with like the Colosseum. It's like imagine Italy just like. Yeah, we want this. We want this name.
Yeah.
Imagine how many more tourists they get attracted.
Interesting.
So with that being said, I want to visit all of these places. A few more added to my personal list.
I do too, man. That's so that has to happen.
Yeah. And then while I'm doing that, I'm like, fuck myself. I got to take Polaroids of all these things. So I got Polaroids.
That's sick.
Visited 2 in this trip, Stonehenge and the Colosseum.
Yeah.
And I got Polaroids of both those, so I'm pretty happy.
That's sick.
And yeah, I have like there's like some statue in Bali. I gotta go to Brazil, Rio.
The Christ is one of the great wonders. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. I didn't think they'd make that one, but they give one in Mexico, one of the pyramids in Mexico.
Yep.
I want to say the pyramids in
pyramids of Giza.
Pyramids of Giza, and then you have this place in Jordan.
Yeah, that's where I want to go next.
The one that's like it was in one of the Transformer movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like Jordan. There's one of the great wonders there. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
God, fuck, I want to do that.
Yeah, that's
so sick.
Yeah, I really want to do this.
I don't want to jump to the Colosseum, but I do. But let's. All right, okay, so the Stonehenge was like the last thing you did in UK.
Yeah, Stonehenge. Visit that. Take the photos. Whatever. It's a cool experience as well. Like I'm walking up to the Stonehenge, and
that's sick.
You're just in an open field with cows. So there's just cows walking around and shit.
Bright green grass.
Yeah.
Green grass.
Eating green grass, looking at you.
Is there anything around Stonehenge, like buildings or anything?
Nothing.
Fuck, that's sick.
Nothing.
That's sick, dude. Yeah. That's what makes it so. For y'all who says it's not a wonder of the world, imagine if you were just walking through a field and you see these massive boulders that during this time they didn't have technology to move these. They had to do like fucking rope acrobatics. I don't know what it's called, and they just put them in a perfect circle. And if I'm not mistaken, don't search this up, but if I'm not mistaken, it's like the circle of Stonehenge, of like the circles of the stones have like the same circumference of like these other 2 circles that are like you ever seen like the circles that are like carved in the grass somewhere? They think they're like aliens like made them or something. I'll send you pictures later, but anyway, sure. It's something to do with like Stonehenge correlates to something else that's like mysterious. So all that put together, it's like, bro, Stonehenge is a mystery.
Yeah,
who did this? Why'd they do this?
They had I think they were talking about. They had like once you get there, they also have tour guides that can like talk to you and share like informational.
As you can eavesdrop a little bit.
Things. What? Nah, I put my earbuds in. I was like aliens.
Yes. So this is what happened. Anyway, I already know what happened. You're not telling me.
It's aliens. But yeah, did that. Went back, taught at Los Benditos in London. That was sick.
How big were the stones, would you say? Were they big? I saw the picture, but the picture never does justice.
I mean, it's massive.
Like a car size?
I'd say bigger than a car.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah. It depends. Like, the size varies heavily. There's a bunch of different fucking... Let's see what's going. Yeah. This is them in the distance.
Looks like Squidward's house in SpongeBob.
It does. It does. Yeah, I mean, there's not. It's just a bunch of. I'll show you this though. This goes right next to me. Just walking around. You're walking to the Stonehenge and there's just like cows. I went to touch him and he jumped.
Really?
But yeah. Yeah, probably bigger than like my truck. Yeah. Los Malditos and then off to Switzerland. Switzerland, I was there for like 2 or 3 days and I had 2 seminars. So I didn't really get to have too much time to like explore and like fully indulge. But regardless, I still had an awesome time. I taught at Fribourg Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. And then I taught at Nerds of Jiu-Jitsu. Both gyms are fucking sick. And yeah, good people, amazing food there. Food in Liverpool food in the UK was like kind of shit. I just pretty much ate like gas station food. As in gas station food, I just had like hard-boiled eggs all the time, like pre-packaged stuff and fruit and whatnot. Because that's all I could really get my hands on that was like decent.
Did you see any exotic cars in London? Oh, no. the DB you sent me, the Aston Martin, was that in London?
That was.
Got the UK brand.
Yeah, that was in London.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was in London. That was pretty much and I saw like a Ferrari, but nothing too crazy. I wasn't really around too much money that I can think of.
Yeah.
But Switzerland was I feel like there's a bit more money there.
Really, Switzerland?
Yeah.
When I think Switzerland, I think farms. Why am I way wrong?
Kinda. There's farms. There's a lot of open land.
Yeah.
A lot of beautiful mountains. The views there are awesome. There's mountains and fucking beautiful crystal lakes and just cows everywhere. So they're known for their cheese, Swiss cheese, and they're known for chocolate.
Chocolate, really?
Swiss chocolate.
Huh.
Yeah, that shit's fucking good.
Really? Swiss chocolate?
Swiss chocolate's good. I spent so much money throughout this. Dude, I probably spent over 10 grand on this trip.
What?
Yeah. Like everything included. And I didn't even buy my own flights.
Damn.
I had Polaris buy my flight too. And then I had Fanatics buy my flight to Boston so I could film a DVD.
Damn.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, fucking expensive.
Yeah, you made a lot of money too.
Yeah,
it was worth it.
For
the trip,
absolutely worth it. Yeah, I get experience and I even to like break even on a like a trip like that.
Yeah,
fucking worth it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, Switzerland, chocolate, cheese, all that shit's amazing. And then straight off to Italy. So we were in Italy for about a week.
How long was that? Another train ride?
That was a plane ride, about an hour. Plane ride.
That was bad.
To about like the middle. We went to Naples, so it was about middle of Italy. And it was, we stood in Naples. Naples was chaos. Naples was like, the driving there is like driving what you would see in like a third world country.
Really?
Yeah. It's just chaotic. There's no signs. People just go. People just walk out. Like being there, we were walking. You walk everywhere, essentially.
A lot of mopeds?
Mopeds.
Yeah.
But everyone's just driving like, just maybe not aggressively, but chaotic. It's just like there's a lot of shit going on. Everyone's like bumper to bumper.
It's kind of that's what Kazakhstan was like.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah. Not it's just like no space as well. Like you can't even fit a fucking Ford Ranger.
A lot of beeping. By chance. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of beeping. Yeah. They're driving down a road. If they're going like at a certain speed, like maybe a bit quicker than normal, they're honking so no one's fucking walking out in the middle of the road. Yeah, dude,
it's crazy. In Kazakhstan, we were driving and this guy was crossing the road.
Yeah.
And like we're in the car and our driver's not slowing down.
Yeah.
And we're just like, whoa. And he just keeps going. We like barely miss the guy. We're like, damn. Guy starts laughing. He's like, no, people walk the road here. You just go. You don't like the drivers get the right of way here. And we're like,
that's
damn.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Fucking A. But Naples was good. Naples is known for their pizza. We had pizza there. Pizza's fucking amazing. Some of the best pizza I've ever had.
Damn.
And then we head over to Rome for the last 3 days of the trip. We go to Rome to fucking experience all the basic shit. Colosseum, the Pantheon.
The Pantheon, that's sick.
The Vatican.
That church you sent me, the
Vatican, yeah. Yeah, it's fucking
sick,
right?
man.
Yeah.
I see these memes, it's so true. It's like, wow, look how much we've advanced in like technology and like agriculture and stuff. And it'll show like a super modern building, just like a square and like window, and then it shows like what they made back then. It's like, bro, we've gone backwards in what we built.
I think like a big chunk of the world's gold is in the Vatican.
Really?
Yeah, I heard this from somewhere.
Wait, the Vatican.
The Vatican.
The
Vatican is like its own country, but when you go in there, it's like just art.
If I'm not mistaken, for people who are religious, do not crucify me here. But the Vatican, I want to say, is a lot of
religious shit.
Yes, but I want to say, is that like Catholics specifically? Like the Vatican, like where the Pope is and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it is. Okay, yeah, because I heard the Vatican has like a secret library under the Vatican that only like certain people have access to. And apparently there's like a lot of like mystery like to that library that's under the Vatican. Really? And something happened where like a lot of stuff was lost in the library because there's a fire or something. Oh, shit. Like, there's a big mystery behind the library under the Vatican. Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, it was a cool experience. We did like a tour. A tour is fucking boring. I want to walk through it at my own pace. The lady just walks and like stops. And you can't even hear her. You have like a microphone in your ear, or like an earplug in your ear, and it's fucking. She just yaps. I just had it on 0. I didn't listen to anything she said.
She just yaps.
Yeah. I was like, it's fucking.
And then you come on here and give us absolutely
no information,
misinformation on everything about it.
I couldn't understand her half the time, and like it's loud in there. Like a lot of people are. There's a lot of tours going on.
Yeah.
And we got scammed there.
Continue, because I think I heard a video about being careful about that.
I know. I was well aware of the scam shit, pickpocketing, especially Naples and whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's right. Naples is known for pickpocketing, right?
I think it's the pickpocket capital of the world.
Yeah,
Naples,
I heard something like that.
So I was ready.
Damn,
I was ready.
Up on your shit, just fucking.
I was ready. So we get to the meeting area for the tour, right? We meet the tour guide, whatever, and I'm in my shorts and a button-up shirt, and I think my woman was in a sundress where her shoulders are showing, and they oh yeah, you can't show your shoulders in the Vatican.
Wow.
And I was like,
wow.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
And
can't show your shoulders in the Vatican.
First off, the person that says this is one of those guys that's trying to sell you shit off the side of the road. There's a variety of them. There's the ones with the wristbands. They're all exactly the same. They're like, oh, nice shoes. I'm wearing sandals. They're like, oh, nice shoes. Where are you from? All of them ask you this.
The instant they see you, they're like, you're not from here.
Yeah, and then they're like, you want this wristband? And then they try to get you to hold it, and then the moment you hold it, they're like pay me.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Dude, I'd be like, fucking.
Yeah, I'm like, I told him, like, I'm good.
Like, that band on the ground.
I did that every time. I was like, yeah, like, I'm good. Get fucked.
Like,
yeah. I don't.
They'll harass you too, dude. It's awkward.
For sure. Yeah. I like, we've seen some tourists, and they're just like super aggressive, like giving it to guys. They'll throw it at you. Like, they'll toss it and expect you to catch it, and then the moment you catch it.
Wait, so you catch it, and they're like, okay, pay me.
Yeah.
What if you just drop it on the ground?
They threw it at me, and I was like, ooh, just kept walking. And then he just picks it up.
And
then just finds another
Next guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But this guy, he's selling like scarves or whatever, like to like cover up her, like scarves, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm good, bro. I don't want anything. He's like, no, you need this to go in. And I was like, yeah, get fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked to the lady. She's a bit of a cunt. The lady, tour guide lady, cunt. And Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, you both of you need what's it called? And I was like, all right, well, I don't have cash.
Both.
And she's like, there's an ATM right there. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. I go to ATM, give this guy fucking 20 euros, whatever. Get to.
She said you needed a scarf.
Yeah, she's for my knees. I needed to cover my knees.
Yeah, that was a big thing in Kazakhstan when we competed. It's why we had to wear spats underneath. We weren't allowed to show our knees.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I thought it was ridiculous, but I thought it was more ridiculous. I don't care about.
That's a Muslim thing, though. That's weird. That's not a Christian thing. It's a Muslim thing. It's weird.
We'll get to it.
Okay,
we'll get to it. So I didn't mind doing it for religious purposes. You know, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but the fact that like this guy's trying to tell me shit, I'm like, no, get out of my fucking face. And then she's like, fucking alley oops him, gets him paid. Like,
yeah, they're all working together.
Like, this is retarded.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that. Whatever. I do it. We walk through, and we get all the way through to the end. She's like, okay, the tour's over. Didn't use the sleeves once or the scarves once. I'm like,
really?
This is absurd.
Oh, so you never put them on and no one gave a shit?
They don't care. Everyone's walking around through the Vatican, not giving a shit at all.
I was going to say, that's not a Christian thing.
So, the Vatican, it's like pretty much like its own like museum and shit. So, it's like 2-hour walk. And then we exit, and then there's like a church after the tour is over. Then there's a church. And in order for you to go in that church, which is beautiful, massive, you have to be covered up.
Covered up, okay.
But at the entrance, they give you like shitty paper to cover your knees or cover your shoulders if you don't have anything. Wow. So they give you shit. So the tour guide was in on it. She probably got $10.
Yeah.
I paid the guy 20. She got half. I got scammed.
Wow. That's so weird. I have to look into that. That's weird. I never heard of that being a Christian thing. Yeah, I wonder if places of Vatican try and respect like all religions. I don't know, but that's very interesting.
I'm not sure.
Cover your knees. Interesting.
Yeah, very very cool regardless.
So did you walk around with paper on your knees?
The entire walk, nothing at all.
Really?
I just kept the sleeve or the scarf on like my hand, like cross satchel, whatever the fuck.
Did you have to pay to get in?
Oh yeah, the tickets were. I think I spent $200 for 2 tickets.
Damn. Yeah. Go to the Vatican
for like the tour guide and whatever.
Because the more restrictions they make, the less money they're going to make. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If they make all these loopholes just to be able to walk through this building. Yeah. At the end of the day, if you're walking through and you don't have that stuff on, it's like it'd be kind of odd for them to turn you away or be like, get out, because you paid $200 freaking bucks to be here. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
The whole thing's probably a massive scam, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah,
it's a big money making thing.
So after the church and everything, there's like a fucking gift shop. I got you this.
Oh, what is this?
It's a.
Damn, was it warm?
Oh, open her up. It's been in my pocket. It's just like a coaster, yeah. But it has the
wow,
touching. Yes,
creation of man or creation of Adam. Yeah. Wow, thank you.
Yes,
this is sick.
Yes. Yeah. So they have like just a gift shop. I got some cool shit for the family. Got some rosaries.
This is God created me, by the way. It's how it went. I remember.
Yeah, but did sick. That. What happened after the Vatican? Oh yeah, we got fucking Yonki, the best Yonki I've ever had in my entire life.
At any point in the Vatican, did you see something that was like weird, or you're just like, that's interesting, or was there any like paintings, sculptures?
Not weird, but it's like walking through, I'm like, holy shit, I've seen this before. Like it's like one of those famous things. And
that's cool.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Did they have any? You see any sculptures of the creation of Adam at all?
I'll show you the pictures I took there. Because I don't like taking pictures of everything.
Yeah.
So if I take a picture of something, it's probably fucking sick. This was. I think this is a pretty.
Wow. Is that
the sculptures like this? Fucking.
He's fighting
the entire thing.
He's fighting a serpent. Oh wow! So yeah, a lot of sculptures. Interesting.
This was this was one of those places that's like, okay, this is
yeah, that's
like
wow.
This is like well known.
Yeah, it is. Oh, who's that? Go back. Huh. I know that guy.
It's my cousin.
Damn, that's sick.
What else is going on?
This pottery just like it intrigues me so much because I'm like, why choose this? Like, why do you have this in here?
Yeah.
What's about this sculpture that I don't know? You know what I mean? That's super famous. That painting. Yeah, that's super famous. That's I want to say that's Michelangelo Raphael.
We came to the conclusion that Michelangelo pretty much did everything in that place.
Really?
That's completely.
Oh, I was gonna say I want to say that's actually one of his paintings.
Yeah, I think
that's a famous painting.
I think
I don't know if that's the one he actually painted, but
I don't know. I would assume so.
That's true. It is in the Vatican.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's so sick.
Yeah.
I had a big discussion, late night tangent discussion about like Michelangelo, Leonardo, and stuff. Teresa.
And is she well versed with the Bible?
Yes, sort of. But just Michelangelo, Leonardo, Da Vinci is just like the famous painters and sculptors and stuff. We're just talking about just like what makes them so much better artists than like modern day. Like what is art? Yeah. Right? Like what is art? And I was like, well, Leonardo da Vinci, like that's art. And they're like, well, in modern time, graphic design, like stuff on computers is art. I'm like, no, that's not art. And I'm like, well, but it is though. And it's like, yeah, but it's not. And I came to the conclusion of like, those dudes created stuff and created techniques of art and paintings and sculptures and even just inventions like Leonardo had when there was no references. It was during a time where like they're
like the founders.
They're like the pioneers of that. Yeah. That's brilliant, dude. Like that he has a mind of an artist.
Yeah.
And to be able to like walk in one day and before someone started making sculptures, you just walked and you passed this rock that billions of people have passed before. You pass a rock and you go, I'm gonna chip something out of that bitch. Like, bro, that's genius. Like, you know what I mean? And he like Leonardo studied the body and oh, that's what it was. I was like, we had a discussion on what made the Mona Lisa so famous. If you look at the Mona Lisa, it's just a painting of a girl.
Like the eyes or some shit?
Well, so what made the Mona Lisa so famous was, besides that, my boy Leonardo did it. Besides that, it was like, for that time, there has been no one who had painted an as accurate painting of like 3D shadowing of like what a human's face looks like. Everyone before that, it was just like flat, right? Like flat color, to where he was the first one that had like shades and shadows that would replicate like the curvature in the eye, stuff like that. And what made that so genius, because I looked up an article and I was reading about it, was that he took the time to study human skulls. Like he'd collect human skulls and he'd study them to know how to paint this accurately. I'm like, bro, that's fucking genius. Like that dude's a stud. Like no one else did that.
Stud. Psychopath. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little psychopath, but stud at the same time. Anyways, so they're studs.
Interesting.
Oh, and Michelangelo's one of his most famous paintings, the one on the ceiling. I don't think it's in the Vatican. It's in some special church. It might have been the church. I'm not sure. I don't know, but it's super famous. Besides for the fact that Michelangelo painted it, but also for the fact that it's known to be one of the greatest paintings of all time in a church and like of that type of, I don't know, scene he was painting. And is it that? I'm not sure. I'd have to Google it and see if it's like that.
I think this is like 14 meters long or something.
But what made it so famous was he didn't even finish. Which I think
it's in the Vatican.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I remember the lady saying something about this.
That's what I'm like, that right then and there is when I was like, this guy's a stud. Like imagine painting the most beautiful masterpiece of all time. And you're painting, you're not even done, and you just go, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And you never come back. Like, bro, that is what a stud, dude.
Oh, like, fuck.
Man, anyway.
Did he just die?
No, he just stopped, and didn't come back and finish it. Yeah, he was like, I'm done. I'm good. He was satisfied. He's like, it's all right. And then everyone's like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And he's just like, yeah, whatever.
Fucking A. That's hilarious.
That's funny as crap, yeah.
Shit. We are interrupting the broadcast to announce our partnership with Saint Pasta Sauce. Today we're going to be going over the dog's favorite meal, right? Starts with some ground meat. Preferably bison, grass-fed, 100%. As well as some spaghetti, right? Any pasta you want, but for today we're going with some classic spaghetti. And last but not least, the essential Saint Pasta Sauce.
Why Saint Pasta, Jay? Why Saint Pasta?
I'll tell you why.
Let me hear it.
All right, so firstly, there's no added sugars or preservatives, and they're made fresh with California tomatoes. Secondly, their sauce is slow cooked for 3 hours. No other sauce does this in the business. Saint Pasta Sauce releases one batch per month, and they're always selling out. So make sure you guys subscribe to their email list so you guys can stay updated on the releases. If you guys want free shipping on your first order from Saint Pasta Sauce, make sure you guys use code Dawg House Pod. That is DAWGHOUSEPOD. Dawg House Pod for free shipping on your first order. Make sure you guys check them out.
I'm gonna hold it some, okay?
You have to put it all the way in.
Okay. Okay. Just breathe out if.
Mom, can you just do it?
I know I shouldn't curse in front of my mom, but cauliflower ear sucks. I use Caulibuds ear magnets. I really wish I would have had these magnets when my ears were messed up. These keep my cauliflower ear at bay. They're the original and best quality cauliflower ear magnets on the market. Step 1, drain your ear. Step 2, pick your buds. Step 3, put them on your ear. Make the right decision. Invest in these Caulibuds so your ears don't look like chicken nuggets like mine. Check them out on Amazon or Caulibuds.com. I had ears. Train with your buds.
Let's. You got scammed, the Vatican, all this stuff.
Scanned.
What happened after the Vatican?
Yonki. Food. Like, I spent a lot of time focusing on food.
What's yonki?
Yonki is like a form of, it's a type of pasta, but it's the base is more of a potato base, potato and flour, rather than it being like, I think, like water and flour. So different texture, and we're walking around, whatever, stumbled upon the place, didn't look it up or anything, and we're just walking around Rome, and we pull up to the place, and I'm looking through the front window, and there's two grandmas just rolling out pasta, and I'm like, we should probably go here. We go around the corner. There's a line going out the front door. So it's like, okay, yeah, this is
the place. Yeah.
Spot. Make a reservation, and yeah, I mean, best yonki I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grandmas knew what they were doing.
Yeah, for sure, professional. And they're just there, like chilling.
Yeah.
Like they're just like talking to the other grandma. You know, just having a blast,
doing their thing.
Yeah, food, and then gelato as well. Gelato's like big in Rome, and we had, I think 30 or 23 or 26 scoops of gelato in 48 hours, so 2 days.
Wow. Gelato's just like ice. It's just like ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like different style and stuff. I'd say, but yeah. Fucking amazing. Also pretty much spent a lot of time trying to avoid tourist traps. So tourist trap as in there's a lot of places you go to the restaurant or you're just walking and there's restaurants and there's a big menu like on the outside for you to read. That's a red flag. Another red flag is if the...
Why is that a red flag?
Because it's just like, it's a bad look. Like real Italians, like they're not trying to fucking reel you in, or like like the real spots are not usually not trying to reel you in.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, if the menu that you're looking at when you sit down and shit, if that's in English, can be a red flag as well.
It's in English.
If it's in English, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
How is that a red flag? Because I assume most of the tourists who come there speak English.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So those are the people they're trying to attract. So they're making it easier for them, I guess. But real Italians are like, yeah, no, fuck you.
Yeah,
Google Translate, bitch.
Okay. I respect that.
And
were there any stray dogs in Italy?
I did not notice any.
Okay.
I did not notice any.
Stray cats.
One homeless man in Italy, actually. One homeless man.
This whole time you didn't see homeless.
Only one homeless guy that I noticed. And this is pretty funny. Pretty much, she's themed throughout the entire time we were in Rome. The moment we get in Rome, I'm dragging luggage through. Everything's cobblestone. So it's like cobblestone roads.
That's kind of cool.
It's sick, but when you're pulling fucking 100 pounds of luggage, two of the bitches, it's like kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I'm doing this, and we're looking for the Airbnb spot, and we pull up, and there's a homeless man there, half hair. Yeah, he's got like full grown hair, and then up top is like shaved perfectly. It was weird. Older guy just mumbles to himself pretty much the whole time.
Same.
And occasionally he'll just be doing whatever, like fumbling with whatever, and then he'll just clap and stand up and just like
run.
Kind of like not run, but he'll get up with purpose. Like he'll get up like a speed walk. You know, like he knows where he's going. He's not going anywhere. Yeah. We're like, wow, that's weird. Okay. Right in front of the Airbnb. So we're unlocking the door, and he's right there. Damn. Whatever. Then, next day, blocks away, like probably a 30-minute walk, we see him. He's doing the same thing.
Same guy.
Same guy doing the same thing. He's chilling.
He's making a little like curse triangle.
Occasionally he'll just like clap, get up. Walk with purpose, and then just like circle back to his bags. And then last day we're walking around. We got fucking gelato. It's like 3:00 in the morning or something. Eating ice cream, bro. We ate so much gelato. Like we would have dinner, grab gelato.
Yeah, I saw the stories. It's like this gelato.
Yeah. Grab gelato on the way back. Chill at the Airbnb for a bit, like getting ready for bed, and then it's like, you want gelato again?
Yeah. Might as well. I mean, why not?
Yeah. It's like, dude, one of the best spots that we had was like a 6-minute walk from the Airbnb.
Oh,
so it was
that's
like,
that's tempting.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there. It
yeah.
was like, and it was open at like 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So it was like, it was perfect. With that being said, last night in Rome, walking around, spending extra time just outside because like it's our last day. We didn't get to spend too much time. We've been busy like doing shit the whole trip. And walking around, it's like probably 2 or 3 in the morning. Turn a corner, he's right there. He's right there chilling somewhere, like maybe a 20-minute walk from the Airbnb. So he's just all over, and like, and then we're walking back. We get to the Airbnb. We sleep 3-4 hours. And then we have a super early flight or super early train ride to get to the airport. So I'm dragging the luggage through these fucking streets like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And we see him again. I'm dragging the luggage and we see him again. I'm like,
at this point, you got to get the guy's number.
We've seen him every day.
Interesting.
Every day. There's the only homeless guy we that I can remember. Yeah.
It was me. I didn't. I was hoping you wouldn't find out, but I was in disguise, following him around the whole time.
Yeah, he was an interesting fellow.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
it's funny. I want to talk about the Coliseum, but first,
oh shit, yeah.
Let me go on a little tangent.
Yeah.
There's been 2 instances while you were gone where I came close to doing something that I guess could be perceived weird, but I wouldn't think it's weird because I was really just intrigued and I just wanted to know. First one being, I was driving down South Congress and I look off to my right and like under this little like old cinema looking sign. There was a man who at first glance you would think is homeless because he's laying on the ground next to this building.
Yep.
So I look and then look again. I'm like, that guy's not, he doesn't look homeless. He was very well done, nice haircut, button up shirt, pants, but he's laying on like a sleeping bag with the bag and he's reading a book. And I'm driving, I'm like, as I go, I'm like, I really want to turn around and go ask this guy what he's doing. So I stop, I pull over, and I'm like, nah, and I kept driving. But I was so close of like, I want to go ask him, like, hey, what are you doing out here? Like, I don't know, what are you doing? So I feel like I would have gotten an interesting story that maybe I could have learned something from. I don't know. Yeah. And then secondly, I was walking around this little area with Teresa where we have our boba. And I would do this stuff if I didn't think that, I don't know, people would think it's weird. But I just like learning from people who I think I could learn from. But I'm walking and I noticed this old black man that passed us. I thought he had a cane, but then at second glance he was fully blind. So he just has a stick. Yeah. And I turn and I watch him and he's just moving with the stick and blah blah. And I wanted to go up to him like, hey, could I follow you around for like 3 hours?
Like to follow him without asking.
Yeah, I could have just followed him. And every time he turns around, and someone there was like, don't move. He only responds to sound. Oh God. But yeah, I was like, I want to follow this guy around. I just want to see how you live life day to day. Like, I don't know. I just want to see your life just so it could put in perspective how good my life is. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to walk around and be like, damn, it really took him 20 minutes to find that fucking soda can in front of him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. And I was like, I can't do it because he'd probably be like, well, who the fuck are you? Yeah. But I don't know. I had two instances. I guess with the homeless guy reminded me of that. It's like, man, I just want to follow this guy around just to see, you know, I want to ask him. Like, hey,
day in the life.
Yeah, day in the life. What is your life like being freaking blind, dude?
Yeah. It sounds like you were bored without me.
that's a good sign. I'm just like, I'm gonna follow a blind man around. Got nothing to do here. Oh God.
Oh fuck.
Oh. But the Coliseum. Was it
also? Yeah. Just walking around Gelato and shit. You just come across the Pantheon by accident. Like
by accident.
Everything. My Airbnb was like 3-minute walk from the Pantheon.
Was it up on a big hill by chance?
No.
No, that's what's the movies.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It was massive though.
Massive, yeah.
Yeah, massive. And then you turn around, this restaurant's right next to it. It's crazy. It's very
Did you get to go up
interesting
in it?
No, doors closed.
Doors closed. Was there any like big? Was there like a big statue or sculpture in the very front of a man? Could be thinking of something else.
You might be thinking of something else.
Thinking of Abraham Lincoln, probably.
Where is it?
Was there any cool sculptures of like famous warriors or like
I FaceTime
Julius Caesar,
right?
Huh?
I FaceTime you super early on into the trip. Did I FaceTime you or did I send you a photo?
I think you might have sent me a photo
of Achilles.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, Achilles.
Yeah, that was sick.
Achilles.
Oh,
also,
sick. Yeah. So much shit, dude. I've been gone for so long. Fuck.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
Also while we were in Naples, we had a boat like trip planned to take us to Amalfi Coast, which is supposed to be one of the most beautiful places to go to in Italy. We get there 5 minutes late, so we missed the boat ride. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll go somewhere else then. Next boat ride was to Capri, which is a island right off like the coast of Italy, like right across from Naples, pretty much. Maybe a 45-minute boat ride. You can see it from my Airbnb. It's beautiful.
Wow.
We get there, and you can walk to the other side of the of Capri in like 35 minutes.
Damn.
Like shorter.
You could see the ocean from your Airbnb, right?
You can see the ocean, and you could see
like one of your photos. You could see the ocean.
Yeah,
that's so nice. Was it?
So you see, this was Airbnb. That mountain out there, that's Capri.
Oh wow,
that's where we went.
Was it pretty beaches there? Was it like rocky, sandy?
Rocky.
No
sand at all. Huh. Yeah, actually, I took. We get there, and we're immediately, me and the woman. We're pretty much just taking. We look like two fucking autistic. We lay down, whatever. And I'm looking around, I'm like, wow, these rocks are kind of sick. Started looking around. I'm like, fuck, this is a green rock. Like, this is sick. I put it on my towel. I'm like, whoa, this is a blue rock. I grab it, put it on the fucking towel. And then, 45 minutes later, I had a whole bag of rocks, and I brought it with me. So I think I'm going to get a fish bowl and put all the rocks in the bottom, and then...
yeah, for sure those locals are like, what the fuck?
Bro, they were... Yeah, everyone's looking at us like...
He's collecting rocks over here. Does not know they're fake. We literally put them there yesterday.
But the whole shore was rock, which is very interesting. I've never been to a shore like that, actually, like a beach like that.
Yeah, I know the Florida Keys were kind of like that. Not a lot of sand.
Like big rock stuff?
Not big rocks, just like reefy, rocky. It wasn't a lot of... There was not very many sand beaches. And if there were sand, I feel like most of them are like man-made.
I feel like the pictures I have, they're not putting it into...
I did see a picture... there was a picture...
Of a cat?
No. It might have been a picture you took of Peyton, I think. But she's standing next to a big black rock.
Big black rock.
It looked like it was on the beach. Or it might have been a video.
So this was Capri. This was like the rock.
It might have been a video you were taking of the water, and you just saw a random local standing like out by the rocks, and you could see how big the rocks were because she was like standing next to it. Yeah, it was something like this.
Yeah, this was the shore. It was fucking beautiful.
Damn. Oh, so it looks like sand, but just little rocks.
It's little rocks, but I mean, I got the rocks here. I'll show you size reference. Yeah, I mean, beautiful. Capri was beautiful.
Really
beautiful.
Was the vibe different at all?
Absolutely, dude. Naples was chaos, and then we get here, and it's just beautiful.
Is it somewhere you could live?
I don't know if I could live there because it's like there's a lot of you have to walk everywhere.
Dude, this looks cool to me. Like, I don't know,
this
it
is
just
the
looks
entire
like...
walk, and like all the places next to us, these are all properties. Like, people own like these houses and whatnot off to the side.
Wow.
So it's like you have to walk through this path to get to your house.
Huh.
So
definitely a different vibe.
How many people own a car on an island that you can walk 30 minutes across island? It's like, why do you need a car?
Why do you need a car? Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you, I sent you some of those memes where like, I want to live somewhere one day where you got to take a boat to come see me.
Yeah. Capri. Yeah, it's beautiful there. Took the trip to Capri and then Pantheon and Coliseum.
Coliseum. Was the Coliseum spooky at all? Did you get any vibes?
Did not get to go in the Coliseum.
Oh, fuck.
So I heard that it wasn't the it's not like too important to go into the Coliseum, and my main goal was just to at least like visit and like be there.
Is it really that big?
Fucking massive.
Really?
Yeah, massive. You as you're walking up, you see like first of all, the road's like pretty much closed off at all time because it's just covered with people.
Wow.
Tourists walking throughout the road, and also those people trying to give you a wristband and shit, fucking retarded.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as you're walking up, it just obviously gets fucking taller and taller. It's massive, and then you see like the massive arches in the stuff, and there's like I don't know if there's statues there, but at the time that I was there, they had like almost like it looked like maybe construction or something. So I'm not sure if there's normally statues in those arches. This was the Pantheon.
Oh man! At night.
At night, yeah.
That looks sick. Cool. Yeah. It's
this was the
damn.
door.
That's what my door looked like at my house. Dude,
it's massive.
That's intense.
Yeah, for sure. And then this was Coliseum. The arches. It's hard for the pictures to put into perspective.
Wow.
But yeah, it's
just think
wild.
Just think how many people. The reason why I asked if it was spooky, because it's like I saw some stat that like the amount of people have died in there.
Yeah, like I meant just like I think they used to kill like a lot of animals as well there and shit. And I heard they used to simulate like
ship battles. Yes, you fill it with water.
Fucking crazy.
Bro, it's crazy, dude. Why don't we do that now?
That's awesome. Let's do this. That's crazy though.
Yeah, fill it with water and the stuff they did in there, man. It's like, God.
Yeah.
You stood right there, like what's his name, Maximus, whatever, like the gladiator, like stuff like that. Like fought right there, died. Just
yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
Stood. You're basically like you just stood in like a timestamp of history. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Fuck. I got my Polaroids over, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I guess last part of the trip was San Marino, biggest seminar that I mentioned, biggest seminar I did. Didn't get to spend too much time there, but it's a beautiful place. Like I said, country on top of a mountain. Like essentially, you go to the peak of the mountain, and that's the country. That's it. And I had the best T-bone steak, or best steak I've ever had in my entire life.
Wow.
I don't know if you saw the picture of the steak. It's like pretty much raw.
I was about to comment, be like, bro, what's wrong with that steak?
I don't like steak like that, but that steak, they were like, and all we ate it with, it's unseasoned. They give you salt and olive oil.
Wow.
Yeah. It's fucking amazing. Best steak I've ever had in my entire life. And they're like, yeah, this is from like local farmers, like right down the road. Farmer killed it. This is it. So it's like it sourced like the most locally as possible. Like it's not getting any fucking better than that.
Damn. They just point to like the cow's carcass like across the street, like
pretty much
dead. That he's got that meat from him.
Yeah, this is the farmer. He's eating right next. The country's small as fuck. So it's like everyone knows each other and shit.
That's kind of cool.
Awesome experience. I hope to go back to, especially Switzerland and especially.
I was gonna say, out of all the places, which one was like I could come back here,
bro? San Marino.
Really?
San Marino, absolutely.
San Marino.
I definitely want to go to Switzerland to spend more time there.
What about San Marino? Do you like?
What about it?
Yeah.
Everything. The food was amazing. The people were sick, and
what did it look like there? Was there water there?
No, I mean it's pretty much just like you're on the top of a mountain. You're on the top of a mountain, and like that's the entire country, and like their like government building, like their White House is there, but it's like smaller than this house.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like half of this house.
Wow,
it's crazy. And what else was it? Oh, so that the guys were telling me a story about a war that happened between San Marino, which is we're at the top of the mountain as they're telling me this, right? And they're like, yeah, you see that mountain over there, like that other hill? There's a village at the top of the hill, and way back when, they were gonna go to war. So they both decided, all right, tonight we're gonna go down there and meet in the middle. We're gonna fight. Everyone gets ready, fucking goes down to fight, and there's a foggy night, and everyone, like, their wives are worried and shit, and the wives are just waiting and waiting for them to come back. They come back, and no one's dead, no one's injured. Turns out it was too foggy, so they just couldn't find the other team. They just never found them.
That's awesome.
They walked down there, got lost in the fog, and they're like, what are we even
what the fuck are we doing here?
Can you imagine?
Dude, that's awesome. I think that's how
hilarious.
Most of the time would go if I was out there. I'd be like, this is taking too much work. This is fucking
Why are we fighting again?
Yeah, that's so awesome.
It's hilarious.
The fog, dude.
Yeah.
The fog of war.
It'll get you.
It'll get you. The fog will get you, dude.
Fucking A.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. But yeah, Europe trip was good. That was pretty much the whole trip. Surely I missed some other bits and stuff, but I would like to say thank you to everyone for helping out throughout my entire trip. Thank you to everyone that helped with like doing my laundry and shit. It was a massive help.
Thank you for helping my Pookie Bear, guys.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you for setting up all the seminars and stuff, being so kind of easy to work with. It was a beautiful time.
How do I ask this question? Out of just traveling all those different areas, was there any like, what's the word? Was there any like realization you came to, or just seeing how different humans interacted in different areas, did you have any sort of like conclusion of like a lesson, or just like, oh, this is interesting, or like, oh, this is the meaning of life kind of thought, or anything, seeing different locations?
In Rome, we talked about this before. I'm going to talk about it again because it pissed me off.
Nice.
I really, really dislike, not that I dislike it, right? I'm all for these people fucking going off and like, oh, I want to see the Coliseum, and they go see it. Fuck yeah. Good for you. You know, you're doing things you want to do. That's how it should be. Regardless of how difficult it is or how realistic for some these people. You know, thankfully, I have a specific lifestyle that's pretty easy for me to do these things, and I'm forever grateful. But regardless, I saw too many people. I'm all for older people doing these things, but it fucking pisses me off when I see these people doing it, and it's like, dude, you've had your whole life to do this, man. Maybe it's if their sixth time going to the Coliseum. I have no clue, but
yeah,
you know, and specifically, it really, really got to me. I'm walking to the Coliseum, and I walk by a lady that's being pushed on a wheelchair to the Coliseum, and I'm like, why the fuck are like, why do we wait?
Why do we wait? Yeah.
Like, why are you guys waiting to do the things you want to do?
Especially if you're like in a circumstance where you could do it.
Absolutely.
You kind of just like talk yourself out of it every time. Yeah. Like, oh well, I can go next year. Like, blah blah. It's like, well,
stop fucking waiting.
Yeah.
Stop waiting. That was the main thing. It's just like
interesting. Yeah.
It really gets under my skin. Even like. My parents, like, they've done a bunch of stuff. They've explored, gone with trips with us and stuff. We go road trips when we were younger to fucking everywhere. But it's like for example, my mom, I mentioned Fanatics. I went to Boston or Massachusetts to film a DVD, and while I'm there, it's about to be October. Fucking spooky season's around the corner. I love this shit. My mom has always wanted to go to Salem, and I'm like, she kind of wants to go with me and stuff. And I was super busy trip. Like I'm just getting back. I was there for 3 days, pretty busy filming every day, and then it's like finish up, head back here. You know, I just landed here like 2 hours ago. I just got here.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to be at practice since.
No,
we had the podcast
I
today
while training was going on.
I was pulling in because I got a key to the gym now.
Yes.
And so I come to the back door, and so I'm coming around the corner. I'm looking for the blue truck. I'm like, where is he? Not here today.
Yeah, but yeah, my mom wants to visit Salem, which I am all for.
Salem?
Her going. Yeah, so Salem. My mom also loves Halloween. Yeah, we both love putting up. We would always put up like decorations. And
yeah, that's my mom is too.
Go to, those haunted attractions stuff. We've been all over. There's the state penitentiary in Pennsylvania. There's the what is it, the insane asylum, the Penhurst Asylum.
Yep.
We've gone there, bunch of crazy shit. We love that stuff. And Salem, like witch trials.
Salem is what state is that in?
That's in Massachusetts.
Okay.
It's like
because there's a Salem in Virginia, so I was.
Yeah, it's like a 20-minute drive from where I'm filming at.
Oh, okay.
So when you go there, the guys were talking. I was asking the guys about it, and it's like there's tourists all over Salem. Like pretty much everyone just goes there, dresses up for the entire month, and just like walks around. And like I guess there's a few like witch museums and shit to do there, but yeah, pretty much just like freaks just walk around and costumes and shit. Which I don't mind. You know, I'd like to go there for a day. It's like fuck. I wanted to go there, but I didn't have any downtime.
You heard of the Blair Witch Project?
Yeah.
Is that in Salem?
The movie.
Yeah, the movie. It's supposed to be based off.
I'm not sure, but I know the Salem witch trials, like that stuff, is based out of like that Salem. And my mom's always wanted to go, but it's like, Mom, just go. Just go.
Dude, I get so mad. I put so much pressure on myself, like, because I just like with the whole like opening up a gym and making money, like I get so pissed because I'm like, I want it because I want to be able to force my parents to go do stuff before they die. You know what I mean? I mean, it makes me mad that I'm like, because they say they don't have the money to do certain stuff. Yeah. I'm like, but if I had the money, like I just give it to you. Come on, we're going. Yeah, you're going to Italy. Yeah. You're going to Japan. Like I've already bought the tickets. Too late. Like I like you said, I hate to see people just like my mom. She's very like homegrown, very home. Like doesn't like to leave the house. Blah blah. I'm like, no, mom. Like go, just go. So like. Sometimes I feel the need like, oh, I got to get money quick. I have to get the gym quick. I have to win this, I have to win that. So like I can get them to go do something before they're too old.
Absolutely.
So
I feel like that relates to the meme I sent you not so long ago.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like exactly.
Yeah. Like the same. Yeah. It always is. But yeah, I feel the same thing. I'm like, mom, just go. Just freaking go. Yeah. But then when you ever hear the excuse of like, it's not age, but it's like money or something, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah,
it's frustrating.
But I have an interesting thought for you to think about. Mm-hmm. I saw a post of a 70-year-old man who has kayaked across the ocean 3 times. 70 has kayaked across the ocean 3 times solo. But you ain't shit, brother.
I guess I gotta do that.
Yeah. Fuck. 70 years old, dude. He's kayaked across the Atlantic 3 times. Sick.
Wow.
So yeah, and he's in decent shape. You know he's old and stuff, but he's in decent shape. Could be on some stuff maybe, but regardless,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a little suspicious.
That's crazy. But that's scary.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, this guy's crazy. Like a kayak across the ocean.
That's crazy.
I mean, it was like a bigger boat kayak where he could like have an opening. He could open up and crawl into if it was raining and stuff. And he had like a bunch of cans of beans and stuff he brought.
I see.
You know, dude. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah. Like, I thought flying the plane for the first time was adventurous. Like, bro, that motherfucker's experiencing life.
Yep.
Anyways.
And we could just do that.
So that's my point is like, I was like, so age is really just a social construct, dude. Age means nothing. People think like, you know, once you hit this age, you start doing this stuff. And then once you hit this age, you start doing this stuff and blah, blah. Or you hit this age, you stop doing this stuff, blah, blah. Because I had a realization a few days ago. I'm like, man, I'm only 4 years away from 30. And I was like, what the fuck? Like 30? But then I was like, which is a good thing. I was like, I don't feel like I'm even remotely close to 30. Like my mind and my body, like I feel like I'm freaking 19, 20 years old, dog.
That's good.
Like, because I just continue to do stuff I did when I was young.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask you with the whole old people going to go see the Coliseum. Mm-hmm. If age is just basically fake, what's any different from seeing it at 20 and seeing it at 80 when y'all both have seen it? So what does it matter at what point you see it or not?
I don't have any issue with people doing it when they're 80. My thing is, I like I said, I don't know their story. I don't know if they've been here fucking a million times before. I don't know if they've been to the Coliseum before. But my thing is, if it is your first time, and your first time is when you're 80 years old, if it's physically possible, why did you wait? If it's something you really want to do, why did you wait so long?
Yeah.
Why did you wait so long? I saw a guy, I think it was at the tour guide. At the tour guide, someone's like, oh yeah, like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Whatever. Casual conversation. He's like, oh yeah, I'm getting older and I'm finally able to do these things. I'm like, why are you finally able to do these things?
Yeah, what do you mean by finally? Yeah.
If it's aside from financial stuff, why did you wait fucking 50, 60 years to do this?
Yeah.
You know? And like, I think the guy said is like, yeah, I wish I was doing this stuff when I was. It was for Stonehenge. That these people were talking about. I was like, what the fuck are you waiting for?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
You do. Whenever I see these videos of people who are older, there's YouTubers out there who will interview these tourists at these locations and stuff. And they'll be like, oh, what are you doing out here? How old are you? Blah, blah. And they'll be like, okay, what advice do you have to your younger self? Blah, blah. And they always said, almost all of them are always saying, I wish I would have done this younger. And it's like, man, so if that's what people are always saying, then why aren't we sitting there trying to figure out, well, then why don't we?
Yeah.
Then why don't we go younger? Why do we wait?
Yeah.
And it's like partially, I think a part of it could be just the natural evolution of maturity. Because it's like, I guess you don't really see a point. Like, why would I go look at some rocks when I can go party and do drugs and have fun? Like, I don't want to go travel across the world to see rocks, you know? And then as you get older, maybe your mind starts to shift of like, man, this is just...
That's more valuable.
It's more valuable. It's like, man, that's history of mankind. That's the earth. The God creator made this. Why wouldn't I go see it? That he made that, or he made those rocks. He made that volcano. The greatest civilization of all time made that Great Wall of China. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, you go look at that and it's way more, you realize there's way more value behind the work that was put in to make something like that. It's all the way to the point where you have to see it to appreciate it, you know? So I think it's just maturity level. Once you get old enough, you're more mature and wise to be like, oh, that's where the value's at. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Now, what do you think?
Do you think we're wrong?
Like, go to Stonehenge, you motherfucker. Stop fucking waiting. God damn it.
Fuck. Yeah, but now I'm back home. Back home. Missed you.
I missed you too.
Missed Nicky Rod, missed the family.
We all missed you.
Yeah, have I missed anything?
No, not really.
Fuck.
That's my story.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next one.
That's it.
Oh yes.
Let's look at this. Let's open this up.
This is
a gift.
What is this?
So that's Marshall sponsoring Simple Man. They're there for you too. Let me see this.
Oh, this is sick. You see this?
What the hell?
Fluffy pancakes.
Who is that dude? Guys, he does not look that good. Calm down.
That's sick. Yeah, fluffy pancakes all over this bad boy. I love how that documentary, the Quintet documentary, is still like super relevant. I get asked like a lot of questions about it. This is sick. Fuck yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get asked.
Oh, you missed Vince Guy's black belt.
Oh, is he leaving?
Yeah.
He's going back to
Vegas. I think he's opening up a B team in Vegas.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh sick. Good for him, I guess. Yeah. He's done with competing then.
I don't know. I don't know. I think he's still looking to compete, just trying to run his own gym.
Some money.
Yeah. I don't want to speak for him, but what I do know is he got a black belt, moving to Vegas, open up B team.
Yeah. Vince, if you guys don't know, Big Vince is big.
Big Vince is big.
Yeah, he's if you've ever seen like a Viking looking guy tower overing everyone in the B team vlogs, that's Big Vince.
Vince, if you need money, just go be an extra in like the Game of Thrones or something.
Yeah, for sure. He could easily pull that off.
Yeah.
You saw he cut his hair for ADCC.
Yeah,
a little haircut going.
They get the haircut.
Yeah, fucking.
That was probably the biggest news.
Yeah, I guess they promoted him to. Yeah, he deserves his black belt for sure. Yeah, he's very very talented, hardworking guy, smart as well, pretty smart guy as well. So it's good.
Good teammate.
Good. Yeah. Has any of the pros like circled back?
What do you mean circled back?
When I left, it was just me and Nicky Rod.
Yeah, so Ethan and Damien came back from Hawaii. Told some funny stories about being in Hawaii.
They didn't go to Hiilave.
No, they did not. They did not go there. That's what I asked too. I was like, by chance, did you happen to go to a secret beach with black sand and it's very exclusive? No? Just wondering.
Steepest road in the country?
This is the coolest beach there. But yeah, they did. They went
you didn't? Okay.
But they did go spearfishing.
Did
with Jason?
They catch stuff?
They did. Damn it.
Anything like edible or just fucking?
No, they same thing as us. Yeah. Same story. Small. Story, yeah. Went for the autistic fish. Yep. They'd all swim away except for that one. You'd be like, oh, perfect. But then Ethan just left again to go do seminar in Canada at TriStar.
Okay.
I had a gym call me actually and wanted me to do for a seminar in New Jersey.
Ooh, what's the gym?
Bodega.
I don't know.
It's where
North Jersey.
There's guys that come and train. Sean, the guy who teaches at Damien's B-Team, and then you have Kevin, and I think what's his name? Fucking Grippo. Grippo trains this gym sometimes. Sick. He messaged me and he was like, "Hey man, I've been meaning to call you to ask what's your rates for seminar, blah blah blah." And I told him
$1 million.
$1 million for 1 hour. So I told him my rate, but because he's B-Team, blah blah, I was like, "Hey, you know, if you need to negotiate or whatever, blah blah blah." And he just texts back. He goes, "Bro, you're more than worth this."
You motherfucker.
He said,
motherfucker.
He said, "You're more than worth this. There is no negotiating. I'll be in contact soon." And I was like, "Okay."
Bro, you cannot. You have to almost price yourself out of these things.
Yeah.
Because if you lowball yourself, you will never be the value that you want to be.
Yeah, I didn't think I was lowballing. I just went off based off of my seminar in Hawaii, right? So like I was like, let me base it off from Hawaii. Bro, I don't got the same accolades.
Accolades is one thing. You're one of the best wrestlers that is capable of translating your wrestling skills to the jiu-jitsu mats. You have to understand this. No one else. What other wrestlers do you see wrestling like you?
Jason Nolf is in the scene now.
Jason Nolf, yeah, for sure.
Once he came in, I was like, "Oh fuck!" That's my whole marketing brand. Actually, it fits my. I'm like, I'm the second best wrestler in jiu-jitsu.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah,
but still,
other than him,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know how many wrestlers are capable? Like your shit. I think about your fucking cross step or not your like
switch step. Yeah, switch step.
I do that shit all the time. I don't do it because I'm incapable, but I practice it. I try it all the time. Yeah, it's good shit, dude. You are. I want to know the number that you said because it's gonna piss me off.
Let me say it out loud.
Do you want to like whisper it in my ear?
Yeah, let me whisper it in your ear.
Yeah, you're worth more than that.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, okay. Thank you.
But like, you have to also take into consideration if you're doing a 2-hour seminar. In Hawaii, you only did 1 hour. You know, you only taught what, maybe 3-4 techniques.
Yeah.
You know, you teach 3-4 techniques, then you got to go around, help everyone and stuff, and then you circle back. So pretty much double that for your fucking worth, and also whatever you think as well. You know, it's like.
Yeah, I know. There are days where I am like, there are days for sure where I'm like, dude, I'm the best to do this shit.
Yeah.
Like specifically in the stuff I do. You know what I mean? And then there's some days where I'm like, I just don't have the certificate to show it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Except for wrestling specifically. Yeah. But even in jiu-jitsu, it's like, you know, you just need like specific titles for people to give a shit. Yeah. Like you could beat this guy, but if he hasn't won this specific tournament, people don't really care. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to price it at that. But it's like if I could price it based off of what I know I'm capable of, they could be more.
Absolutely.
But I try and price it based off on what other people know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. But
for sure.
Yeah, but that was his response. He's like, "Bro, you're worth more than this. No negotiating. I'll keep in contact."
And this will be your flights covered and stay covered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Good. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. So I'm excited out there in New Jersey.
You know when you'll be over there?
Actual date? No. He just said, I'm looking to do this sometime soon, hopefully before the end of the year. Okay. Keep in contact for exact date.
Sick. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. If I had to give an answer on location as far as gym, recently I have been leaning more toward Austin.
A gym in Austin, Texas?
Yes.
Why?
Oh, I tell you, I had a let's see. I guess I could say this on camera, but I had a good conversation with Nicky Rod, Damien, and Ethan about just like gym, like where I want. I told him basically what I told you. I was like, hey, I'm thinking about maybe moving to Tampa soon. Blah blah. They were all very very convincing on trying to get me to stay in Austin.
Really?
Yeah. Nicky Rod and Ethan, they're like, well, then how are you going to train here? And I was like,
pretty much.
well, yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, and Nicky Rod was like, well, you know, he's like, there's like no gyms out in Bastrop area, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then I brought up, or Damien brought up actually, he's like, well, would you want it to be a B-Team affiliate? And I was like, well, that's the thing. If I was in Austin, I don't know how smart it would be for it to be a B-Team affiliate close to HQ. That'd be more of a thing if I was opening up far away.
Yeah.
So I was like, I haven't decided that yet. And I was like, well, I don't even know if I'd be allowed. And Damon pointed to Nicky Rod, and he was like, well, that's kind of
gym.
Yeah, that's kind of his say so, not mine. And Nicky Rod was like, we could make that happen. Yeah. And I was like, no, but good. Yeah, but no, yeah. So I've been a Category 4 hurricane just trashed Tampa. So I was like, all right, I'm leaning toward Austin a little bit.
Dude, I don't understand why. Like, is Florida that good to the point where everyone's just like, every year their house gets destroyed and they're like, yeah, we'll build another one.
I'll put it this way. The top 10 beaches in the country, 3 of them are in Florida.
Brother.
So they're beautiful. It's the only place you can go in country to get tropical terrain. You know what I mean? It's like
I guess
something about just seeing that damn palm tree out in my front yard. It's like, I like this place. But
okay. So now what?
I've been leaning a little bit more to Austin. I haven't made a complete decision, but I'm like, yeah, I go to Austin. But now if I do stay in Austin, I'm like, I don't know if it could be a B team, if it makes sense to open up that close. I don't know if they want to keep the B team brand like pretty exclusive. Like it's not like somewhere you just go to a B team anywhere. Yeah. You know? But then you have brands like 10th Planet, where they're everywhere. Yeah. They all have 100+ members. Yep. So now I'm kind of starting to ask the question. I'm like, all right, if I stay in Austin, where would it be? Because Austin's very saturated. What? Bastrop, yeah. That's what Nicky Rod. He's like, there's not a lot of gyms out in Bastrop. Yeah. And so I was like, okay. But yeah, Austin's just saturated. So if I can find an area where I'm like, oh, this looks really good, and then I see another hurricane hit Tampa, I'm gonna be like, all right, this, you know. Yeah. So that's what after having that discussion with Nicky Rod, Ethan, Damien, they were very, very supportive and very willing to help, and they really wanted me to stay in Austin. So
I don't know how effective this would be, considering B Team isn't too far from, you know, a Bastrop area, or like, you know, maybe 45 minutes from outside of Austin. Mm-hmm. But you could do things like, since you are relatively close to B Team, all the pros are always here, so you could always have like mini seminars, like just a seminar where like these guys they don't have to catch a flight or anything. Like, for me, I'd be fucking, and you're my boy, so it's like, okay, I'll do a fucking seminar for
that would be
drive more customers to the gym and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's within distance of some of the biggest stars in jiu-jitsu on B Team. So that's a lot of option for seminars and attracting people for sure. I thought about that as well. I was like, that's a big thing. Yeah. Sick. So we'll see.
Yeah. My mom calls me, and she's like, JJ, she recently saw one of the podcast episodes. She's like, JJ, if your friend leaves, who's going to be on the podcast then? And I'm like, what do you mean, Mom? And she's like, well, he said he might move. Who would be the co-host then? And I'm like, Mom, I would just end the podcast. Like, she said, oh, but what about this person?
No.
This person. I'm like, Mom, it's not. It wouldn't be the same.
Yeah. It couldn't be the same.
Yeah. She was like, oh, well, that's
sad.
That's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
Like, yeah, it is.
Yeah. So obviously the podcast is another big factor.
Yeah. I don't think it should be too big.
It's
nice.
It is something that
we're operating at a loss.
Maybe it won't be a factor. But it's funny how like manifesting things into reality. It's like I've always wanted a podcast, and I've even tried a podcast before, and I failed. Yeah. I wouldn't say I failed. It was more just like it wasn't the right time to do it.
I see.
And it's just so interesting that I've tried a podcast twice. Mm-hmm. First one actually did pretty well, actually, and it was just me by myself. Mm-hmm. Just yapping, dude, just going away. and I had like random people that were like, hey, I'm a fan. It's called Average Joe's Podcast. And then the second one was with someone at my old gym I trained at before I moved here. So it was something that I was like always in the back of my head of like, it's going to happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. I really like talking. I really like, podcast stuff. Yeah. So then it happened. So it is kind of a big deal because I'm like, oh wow, this is something, I really, really, I was working at for a while, and it stars align for it to happen in a good situation. So I think it is a big factor.
Good.
But I am leaning toward Austin.
Sick.
So we'll see.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be back.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be back. Like I said, I miss everyone.
Miss home.
Miss fucking, just miss the family, miss the team.
Yeah.
I don't know how fucking these guys live on the road and shit. Like JoJo, it's crazy.
Oh, I know. There's people who are always moving around and just
Craig and shit. Dude,
Craig,
how do you do laundry?
Where do you live? Where do you live,
dude? I came back. I'm literally washing my clothes right now.
Yeah.
All of my clothes are dirty.
Yeah.
It's very dirty, and it all smells like ocean. Maybe it's because of the rocks, but
yeah, just in the same bag with all the rocks.
Yeah. Also, fucking in Boston.
Oh yeah, you did instructional.
Yeah, I did instructional.
I was going to ask you, what did you teach at your seminars? But I guess a better question would be, what did you teach in your instructional?
Yeah. So instructional is going to be on passing, specifically all the passing that I did, or majority of the passing I did at ADCC Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are looking to pass like JayRod, that DVD should be out within the next month. And I called it Just Pass.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was like,
I want something short.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, has anyone ever done like a one word like thing? And I was just like, pass.
Pass, yeah.
And the guy was like, just pass? And I was like, wait, just pass sounds a little bit better.
Yeah, just pass. I like that.
So
simple.
Just Pass coming to you by J. Rodriguez very soon. Please buy. I said this many times. Please buy it without the fucking discount. I need to reap all the benefits. This fucking truck ain't paying herself off. Also, so much. I'm just yapping away. Sorry.
Go ahead. The floor is yours, brother.
Went to Boston. Last time I went, we went diving for sea urchin. Ate the sea urchin right there, and I got violently ill because I probably ate too much, and also it's wild. It's my first time having sea urchin, or like uni is what they call it. So this time around, we go to the same spot, and I'm walking out. I'm like, all right, well, I won't eat as much this time.
Oh, you went diving again? I
went to go diving, or me and Zach, we went to go diving, and it was too aggressive. The water was too the waves were like crashing.
Oh, shit.
Where it's crashing, it's there is no like beach for you to smoothly walk into. It's just rocks.
Huh.
So you're just walking just walking on rocks all the way down into the water.
Yeah, water's no joke, dude.
Yeah, it's like Zach was like, yeah, I don't know. We sat there, we walked around, looked at it for like 20 minutes. He was like, yes, let's not do this.
Yeah, not worth it.
But we did walk around and just like scrape up little fucking buggers off the things and eat them right there. I'll show you a video.
Right on the rock?
On the rocks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's like, not oysters, they had a different name to them. But let me see. The wildlife there is fucking gnarly.
Massachusetts, right?
Yeah, Massachusetts. So you get to the shore, and okay,
didn't get anything there.
And yeah, you just dig your knife in and scrape like these little shells off.
You're naked.
And then yeah, and then there it is. You just eat that little guy right there.
Wow,
it's like super salty.
Huh.
Much it,
that's cool.
And yeah, since we didn't get to go diving for a sea urchin, or also when you go diving for sea urchin, there's lobster, and there's like it's very alive down there. So there's a lot of activity, specifically for sea urchin, lobster, and oysters. Didn't get to go diving, so we go to a different spot, walking around. We pick up a few oysters, and we get to eat them. So we got to eat them, and I took a shell back because I'm like, well, fuck, if I'm making a fish bowl, I need a shell from an oyster that I ate. Like, I ate this oyster, I'm taking the shell and I'm putting it in the fish bowl. And I'm naming the fish Capri.
Capri?
Capri, yeah, because that's where the rocks are from.
Oh, okay. So you had a lot of thought behind this.
Dude, I've been thinking about it the whole trip. I've been waiting to get back here. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, we've been at it for a while. Fuck.
Been at it, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Long one.
All right. Anything else?
There's some stuff we could go into, but I think it could save for another episode because I think we could get deep into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it? Could I get a hint on?
I guess you couldn't really get too deep about it, but I was going to ask the amount of if you read the Bible at all during the trip of like I don't know, just like how often did you read it? Like, did you read anything interesting or that correlate to the trip at all or anything like that? So
we'll get into that next.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Dawg House Podcast. If you would like to support us, please support the companies that support your dogs, right? Caulibuds, they make magnets for your ears. You put them on there after you drain your ear of the fluid after they're all busted up. What?
I'm just thinking about something else.
Yeah, put the magnets on. Your ears are good to go. And also, St. Pasta sauce, some of the best sauce in the game. I went to Italy, experienced a lot of different sauces, and their stuff is very fucking good relative to or compared to.
You have a good,
good comparison. Good comparison. The stuff's very good. So if you guys would like to get in on this sauce, you have to subscribe to their email list because their sauce is always selling out. In order to keep up with their updates or on their releases, subscribe so you know what's going on over there. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.
I have one more thing. Jim, which camera do I look at? Which one's the best one? If you want to go to Tokyo, Japan, you go there next weekend and you tag the Dawg House Podcast, okay? That's all I got to say. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.